like a Hellcat.
Alright, so just hopped on. I was a bit bored, had some free time. I was like, oh yeah, I'll go and see what boss is open right now. Then I remembered I only have 12 medallions. Yeah. This is the good life, guys. Gotta spin this wheel thing. You know, I'm just glad that I bought like 1,000 some farmers before I spent all my money, cause yeah, if I didn't have the money to buy farmers, I'd honestly cry or something. But hey, 40, that's not too bad. Up to 50 some. I think the next arena is like 100 though. Yeah, mega boost. Oh, that'll be fun. Let's see, Cobra band. Yep, Cobra's banned. So yeah, that'll be fun. But I guess I have some backup medallions now though if I lose like one game or something due to stupidness. Should I do R3 Bonanza or should I do let's do Bonanza, because I feel like it'll be really easy to kill people because they're like, oh yeah, let's go late game, and then you just rush them with like $5 million of regen rainbows, and yeah, or you just Cobra them, or you outfire them massively and rush them round 13, even though that they could do a lot of stuff to get up stuff, but you know, actually an actually meta strategy right here, to be honest. Alright, this guy's doing the most meta strategy. Start off with the farm and then sell the farm immediately. Gotta get that perfect placement, you know. Might as well go for a dart, because why not? Doesn't matter. Yeah, this game's ending on 13, guaranteed. Also, golden projectiles. Also forgot about that. It's been a while since I played, okay? Yeah, I've just been basically trying to catch up with life. Because last week, everything was really hectic and I like basically took the whole week off of classes and I didn't do any work or anything. I just took a I forget the word, but it's just like me time basically to like get everything under control, and also like to like just let myself be sad for a bit. But ever since then, well, not ever since then, but like I guess after the funeral, really, I've sort of like I've really came to terms with it, and like I've just basically accepted it. Like at the beginning I was sort of at shock, you know, like it happened, but then it didn't really like set in, you know. But then like after the funeral and everything, and then like the day after that too, like really hit me hard then. I was just like, wow, this actually happened. Like this is life. This is real. This isn't like a dream or anything. This actually happened. Like he's not here anymore, and he's never going to be again. And like instead of that bringing me down, it sort of inspired me, which is really weird to say, but it kind of like, I don't know how to say it, because it's like it made me think about my own existence, you know. And it's like what's gonna happen when it's my time to go. Like for my grandpa, I felt like he was ready. Like I know that sounds really stupid, but but I do. I think he was ready. Like, he knew, um, like, he knew what happened and everything. Well, obviously he knew, but, like, okay, well, well, I don't really want to say that he was ready, per se, but, like, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But, like, okay, so, sorry. The thing is, what happened, it really sucks. Because, okay, so, he had leukemia, right? And, leukemia runs in his family. Like, his mom had it, I think, and his dad and, like, his sisters and stuff. Like, it runs in the family, you know? But, like, and so that's what he was having chemo for. But then, turns out that the chemo actually worked, and Jesus, I can't believe this guy defended, but, yeah, so the chemo worked for the leukemia, but then, the chemo itself, sort of gave him bone marrow cancer. Like, yeah, like from the chemo, it gave him bone marrow cancer. That's what they say, anyhow. I don't know, maybe, the leukemia just spread, but yeah, that's what they say, so, I'm not gonna say that they're wrong. I mean, they're professionals, but yeah, so that really, really sucks. But, other than that, hold on. Might as well just get up some eco. But yeah, what I was saying was, like, to me, he basically, like, lived his life as full as possible and as full as I'd like to live my life. Like, I mean, he was honestly the best person I've ever known, and I probably ever will know. And, yeah. Hold on, let me just deal with this. Probably hear my intense clicking right now, but, what was I saying? Yeah, but, he was really the best person I've ever known, because, he always help people, no matter what, basically. Like, yeah, he'd always stop what he was doing to help somebody else. Should put some of these on strong. And, like, that was just the person he was. He didn't ask any questions. He didn't do anything like that. He just did it because that's what he wanted to do. He liked helping people, and that was what he did. And, everybody was always grateful for it, obviously. And, he was a Marine. He served in the Marines. He had 2 tours in the Vietnam War. And, yeah. And then after that, he basically worked his whole life until a couple years ago when he retired, and then shortly afterwards, his life, you know, came to an end, which really sucks, but, he really, I don't even know what I'm trying to say, but basically, holy crap. I almost died. Not really, probably, but wasn't really paying attention, but yeah. It kind of really sucks that, like, he worked his whole life ever since he was, even before he went to, into the military. Like, he worked for, like, a year, not even, and then he was, you know, called in. By the selective service or whatever. I think that's what they called. But yeah, and then he worked, his whole life up until he was, like, 65-ish. I think, 64, 65. And then, it was only about a year or two until he had a lot of, complications, you know? And then, it really started getting bad after a couple more years, and then he only made it to 71. And just barely, it was like a month after. Not even a month. Because, passed away on the 14th of October, and his birthday was on August 17th, so that's not even a month past 71. And 71 is very young. Not very young, obviously, like 6 is very young, but you know what I mean. Like, but he was in the military, and he was always a very active person. Like I said, he always helped people. He always did all that he could for people, even till the end. Like, literally, like, the Friday morning, right? So Friday morning, he was pretty much fine-ish. Like, he took our dog for a walk like he normally does and everything like that, like a normal day. But then, like, around a little bit in the morning, like right around 11 or 12 in the morning, like 11 a.m. 12 p.m. noon, I mean, it was right around then when my mom actually took him up to the hospital because he was feeling weak, and he goes there when he feels weak because, well, I guess he went there, but he used to go there when he, like, fell out of it because it meant that his white blood cells were low, and also his platelets in his blood, and, like, his body just wasn't producing them right because of the leukemia. And so that it was just something that he did. But then that's when they found out that the bone marrow cancer was a thing, and that it was affecting him, like, a lot. And they were like, okay, so we can either, like, admit him, or we can just send him home. And obviously they weren't gonna, like, send him home. He wasn't in any shape to be home in the first place. And so after a while they admit him and stuff after him waiting for a little bit, and then they put him on a bunch of meds and stuff like that because he was in pain at this point. Because I don't think I've said this before, but, like, he had multiple back operations during his life, and then at the end, because I don't know why, but basically the one, like, a couple of the discs, like, slipped out of place and stuff, so it was really bad. And he was actually gonna go to the neurologist in a couple days to see what was wrong and try to get it back into place and stuff like that. But I mean, yeah, that's not happening anymore. But I don't even know what I was saying. But yeah, basically he was fine Friday morning, and then he was admitted Friday evening, and then Saturday, just before 2 o'clock in the afternoon, um, it ended. And it just happened so fast. Nobody was expecting it, you know? Obviously we were expecting it, but like the doctor said, he, you know, he has, they were on Friday, they were giving him a week left, at least a week, on Friday. And then the next day, it happened. Definitely nobody was prepared for that. Like, I mean, that morning, because, you know, me and my family went in that morning, Saturday morning, to be with him and stuff. But at that point, he got so bad, he wasn't really even, like, awake. Or, like, I guess he was awake, but, like, I don't know he wasn't, like, conscious. I think that's the word. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but like he wasn't like, yeah, basically just like kind of wasn't there. So like I didn't even get to talk to him that day. Like he was just in bed, basically asleep the whole day, the whole morning, and then forever, really. Yeah. So, but again, I want to say that, I've accepted that it's happened, and I've, like, I found inspiration in it to, live my own life as well as he lived his life, and to just be the best person who I can be, in memory of him, basically. And yeah, so so that's basically what I've been doing. I've sort of had like a a burst of energy, or whatever you want to call it, like motivation burst or something like that, because like I've been working hard at school. I've been grinding away, getting my stuff together. I really thought that I was gonna go downhill fast, and I did for a couple days, and then it really sucked the first couple days after it happened, because like, you know, I was still in shock, and I was like, half the time I still do this sometimes, but I was like, hey, I need help with this thing or whatever, let me ask my, and then like, you know, I like realized, and I was like, wait a minute, I can't. And like I still do that to this day. I mean, it's only been a little over a week, but yeah, and I'll probably be doing it for years down the line. But yeah. So, yeah, it got me thinking about my own life, you know, and how I really do appreciate and respect the person who he was all the way up until his last moments. And it just really gave me the inspiration to want to be better, and want to be, and want to have, and want to do
you do you want you could do so you do you want
the best that I can for him, and also just for me. Like, it would be weird for me to say that I'm gonna live my life I don't know what I'm trying to say, but basically what I'm trying to say is, like, I'm not living my life because of him, or like for him or anything like that. I'm just saying, like, he's given me inspiration to live my life better. And it's not like because of him or for him, it's just with his inspiration, if that makes any sense. So, yeah. And I'm glad that I'm able to talk about it, because through my realization of that, like it sucks, and it's a really, like, crappy realization that, like, he's actually not here, and he's never going to be. He's never going to do anything ever again. But I'm glad that I did, and I can just move on from it and continue to live my life as good as I can, and just try to be the best person who I can, and do as much stuff as possible, really. So yeah, I guess there's some inspiration for you guys. Also, I probably need more ego. For some reason, I didn't really realize how easy it is to get defense around 13 on Bonanza mode. I should have been more smarter, but I don't know. Sort of just been talking away and not really focusing on the game too much, so I guess that's good. And so yeah, bit of inspiration for you guys out there. If you ever do go through loss, which, let's be honest, you will, it's just part of life. You just gotta realize that it is part of life, and it's something that happens to everybody eventually, and that the only thing that you can do is make the most of your life while you have it, because sooner or later you won't anymore. So there's no point in not living your life to the fullest and doing everything you can to be the best who you can. Don't let anybody else tell you what to do. Don't conform to others. Don't, just don't be basic. Do what you want to do. Live your life the way you want to live your life. If somebody doesn't agree with the way that you live their life, then just ignore them, because it's your life, it's not theirs. Who are they to tell you how to live your life? You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. That's the way I've always looked at it. And that's the way I've been looking at it more and more the older I've become. I'm glad that I learned that lesson early on in my life, because yeah, there's been a lot of people who haven't been the most uplifting in my life. And so early on, I guess I learned that I don't really care what people say or do or whatever, and I'm just gonna do me. And yeah, I've just learned to be content with me, even though, sure, I'd like to be better in some aspects. Everybody wants to be better in some aspects. But hey, I am who I am. I made myself this way. Nobody else made me like this. I live my life the way I want to live it, and that's how it is. And that's why I'm here making videos for you guys, because I enjoy it. I hope you guys can also find inspiration through me and through my experiences that I'm sharing with you guys, and that you guys can spread the inspiration around, because at the end of the day, there's no time to be sad and depressed. I've been there. It really sucks. It really, really does. But, yeah, like I said, at the end of the day, there's no time for it. Life is limited. People don't realize it until it's over, but it's really short, and, you gotta just do what you can do while you're here. Because once you're not, you're not. And that's just it. It's over, it's done, and there is no more. I mean, there might be more, but I don't know. I've never died before, so I can't tell you what happens when you do die. So, that is, you know, if you go to heaven, or you go to hell, or you go to wherever else. I don't know. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I honestly couldn't tell you one way or the other, because to me, I don't know. I've never been there. If I haven't experienced it for myself, I don't want to say that something is or isn't, you know? So, with that, hope you guys enjoyed the I guess sort of late game type play or whatever it was. But yeah, I was basically ranting a whole bunch. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below, and hopefully I will see you guys in another video very shortly. See you in the next one. Peace.